With all the newspapers spread in front of you, talking about the reaction of all this information. Katy Perry and you are apparently kindred spirits.
Do you know, I was actually on my own this morning.
She loves a daily newspaper.
She said that's her favourite thing, a newspaper, blah, blah. When I was actually on my own when I read that this morning, and I said into the ether, hurrah!
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the fact that, because she's young, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people, I think it's generational. My kids don't read newspapers, but this is what they see me doing my end of the kitchen table is like this. I have all the papers. I love the...
Is it purely professional because you've worked in newspapers for so many years?
I think if I didn't work in newspaper, I think I would still... It's part of my thing. I have to read papers. I love them. I sit down with a coffee. I love doing the crossword. I just adore it.
Oh, so you save the crossword out, don't you?
I rip out the crosswords. So when I go on the holiday with my friend, we both arrive with a folder full of ripped-out crosswords, and we spend the whole 2 weeks doing a crossword.
I'm so glad you've never brought your folder out when we've gone anywhere.
I will.
Have you never seen one of the bumper books? Buy that at the airport. Instead of all that ripping.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same.
I mean, I remember when we've gone away at the weekend. Do you remember when we went to the Cotswolds and Judy came down and she was like, "What are you doing, Jane?" Because Jane was at the table with all them spread out. And do you know what? It makes me feel nostalgic. There's something really comforting about newspapers, I think.
I've got out the habit, I have to say, and I should, because I read everything on my phone. I mean, I am kind of a news obsessive.
Oh, and you've got an iPad, haven't you? So you read all the... I can't do that.
But I think the real problem with that is because we know the algorithms kind of feed you stuff that they think that you like, and so everything is really curated. So what I love about what you do is that you're reading such a broad spread of stuff. And you often send us an article, don't you, that you found that's interesting.
And I'm reading all points of view here.
Not just your own.
And for me, you then make... No, but you then make an informed decision as to what your opinion is, because you've read all the contrary arguments. And what's happening in today's society... I'm sounding like an old now.
You do, actually, you do.
But what's happening is that everybody's only hearing their own point of view fed back to them the whole time.
No,
there is something nostalgic about it, though, isn't there? Like, my mum still, every time, always got a newspaper, definitely every Sunday, and it makes me feel like at home and homely, having someone sat there with a newspaper. I don't necessarily read one.
No. Well, I mean, we've done a Twitter poll.
I'd rather read an actual paper, though, than, like, you on an iPad.
Oh, no, I like everything on that. I like my Kindle for my books.
No.
I've gone totally digital.
Like a proper book.
No, proper book.
But only 85... Well, not only 15% of people still read a daily newspaper.
Oh, wow.
85% of people do not read a daily newspaper.
Do you think it will disappear at any point?
Well, what they're doing is they're moving it all online. So newspaper websites are huge,
That'd be a shame, though, won't it?
But, yeah, I guess as people like me die off...
This is taking a turn.
It really is.
It's been quite fun. Let's talk about smelling people again.
But they're trying to move it all online. But then, as you rightly say, the algorithms, whatever you click on, the algorithms then feed you the same stuff, which is why people then start to go down sort of conspiracy theory rabbit holes, and they think everybody thinks like them because that's all they're being fed.
Well, that's what I mean. Otherwise, you're always just hearing your own opinion. And then you're in an echo chamber, and that's why we've become less and less able to hear what other people think without getting really angry because it's not the same as
But that's why I have such an issue with universities. That's supposed to be the place where you have to learn to hear an opinion you don't like or you don't agree with, and you learn to debate that opinion and maybe bring them round to your way of thinking. And what's happening now is they're going, no, we don't want you to hear that other opinion now. We're just going to feed you what we want you to hear. It's wrong.
The other thing is you miss out on the long interviews. Because, I mean, although I consume everything on my phone, I mean, you're not going to sit for ages and, you know, read an 8-page interesting interview with somebody or article, are you? Because you kind of, everything's really quick and you're scrolling
Yeah, and don't you think, like, Sundays have changed so much? Like, I would love to actually just be able to sit and read the Sunday paper. And I'll get bits... Mark gets all the papers on Sunday. I get bits and pieces out, but then I'll just put it... I'll just put it on and never actually get to read them. And the thing is, to just... my parents used to sit, and Sunday morning was like...
that's what I do.
and sit and read the papers.
I love it. Sunday papers, Sunday lunch, all the old traditions.
I want an old-fashioned Sunday again.
The good old days. The good old days.
Yeah, do you like an old-fashioned Sunday too? Yeah. Nobody works on the Sunday, everyone stays in.
Well, but listen, times are changing.